Hi, Tracy. Thanks a lot for taking the time to come on and visit with us. I just wanted to kind of share with people what's going on right now with regards to maybe people that are taking online and moving it offline to sue people or come up with different lawsuits for physical barriers and stuff like that. Can you share kind of what you're seeing here recently?
Yeah, currently what we're seeing in the restaurant industry specifically, we're seeing that they're taking, a lot of the restaurants are using social media, Facebook and Yelp and other things, and showing what they're doing, encouraging people to go out, but they're also showing that they have some barriers that exist for accessibility. So specifically, they're looking at their tables and identifying that they don't have enough tables set up for accessibility, or that it may be on a slope. They also are looking at the transaction areas. So where somebody might be picking up and paying, they're not identifying the approach that they would need if they were in a wheelchair. The other is umbrellas. People will put up umbrellas and they will not consider the height requirements of those. So they're using a lot of social media in that way to file these cases. In hotels, what we're seeing is a big demand of the big increase in hotels for the overhangs. So the carport area where you would pull up and then drop off your bags and go into the lobby, the majority of those, even in large chain hotels, are not accessible. And there's one particular litigant, Teresa Brooks, that is going out right now, and she's filing those cases against them on an average of about 30 a day right now is what I'm counting. And that's huge, which means that if that is her intention, she's going up and down California, and now will be filing those cases. They all seem to be the same. It's a parking violation and a overhang violation. But in every one of them, it's something a little bit different that seems to be consistent with the drive-through overhang in which you would drop off your luggage. So that is the most current that I see. We always see some trends go up and down for different areas. Specifically, this is what they're looking for right now. So businesses that are already struggling with the COVID and trying to adapt and buy all the PPE and get all of that done, we are seeing them now struggle with the fact that they're going to be in a lawsuit. And as you and I both know, that they're going to have to settle, and it's breaking them. I mean, it's kind of like the straw that breaks the camel's back. And some of them are saying they're going to go out of business. They absolutely have no more money. The resources are tapped. So that's the trend for today as far as structural and accessibility.
Yeah, it seems like we're seeing definitely a huge volume that was just seemed like they were sitting on complaints and lawsuits during this COVID and the courts being locked down. And it just seems like it's been a glut of lawsuits the last month or so. Are you guys seeing the same thing there?
We're seeing a huge uptick in that, and they are coming in droves now because the courts were shut down and the processors are processing them as fast as they can. Now on those, we're seeing a little bit different, so because those were basically items and barriers that were found in, let's say, February, March, April timeline. Some businesses were open, some were not open, and they were at that time were doing interior tables, a restroom item, and a bar item, and those are what we're seeing being delivered out. Some of them we've been able to identify that they weren't even open during that time, so it's going to be very important when someone does get served a lawsuit to look at those dates that they state that they identify the barrier and decide if they were actually open or not. So we have been able to save those, and we're keeping a close eye on that. But the majority of them, they're kind of getting a double hit. They're getting those, and then now they've transitioned to outdoor alfresco seating, curbside seating, things like that, and they're now going to get hit again with those. So we're scrambling out, trying to let everybody know what's happening. But again, people are so desperate to make money to get back, their heads above water, that they're not really paying attention to accessibility, and it could be the thing that actually takes them down. So.
Wow. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Thanks for sharing that with me. If anybody has a business in California and would like to contact you for some questions or to maybe perhaps schedule an inspection, what's the best way to do that?
They can call me at 619-736-8585. They They can always go onto our website. That's a great way to get information and to contact us at adacertified.com.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, thanks a lot for coming on again, Tracy. I appreciate it.
Thank you.